Welcome viewers, let's start with our top focus this hour ahead of the 2024 elections. The prime ministerial phase for the India bloc is yet to be announced. Now, one name was proposed in the last meet, that is Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the Congress chief. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, one of the names that had been in the running, addressed this development. He stated that he made it clear at the meet in the national capital that he was not interested. Remember, two other leaders who had also been in the running, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, they were the ones who had proposed Mallikarjun Kharge's name. And beyond this, NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar has now said that there are no consequences if a prime ministerial phase is not projected before the country heads to polls. Now, he's also drawn parallel with the 1977 elections where no phase had been projected, but Morarji Desai had been given the post after the results.
कुणी एका व्यक्तीला प्रोजेक्ट केलेलं त्या निवडणुकीचं आणखीन एक वैशिष्ट्य आहे. निवडणूक झाल्यावर पक्षाची निर्मिती झाली आणि निवडणूक झाल्यावर मोरारजी देसाईंची निवड झाली. निवडणुकीच्या आधी मोरारजीबाईंचं नाव सुद्धा कुठं नव्हतं आणि त्यामुळे कोणाचे प्रोजेक्ट केले किंवा कोणाचे नाही केलं तर त्याचे परिणाम होत असतात. लोक वजन करण्याच्या मनस्थिती वेळी आले असतील तर लोक निर्णय घेत असतात. मला स्वतःला असं दिसतंय देश पातळीवरचे जे निर्णय घेण्याची जबाबदारी जनमानसांच्यावरती आहे ती संधी त्यांना ज्यावेळी मिळेल त्यावेळेला त्यांचं मत त्यांचं मान हे स्पष्ट होईल. त्याच्याबद्दल आता भाष्य करणं योग्य नाही.
यही हम कहते हैं, हम कुछ नहीं हमारा
कहा गया सर आप नाराज हैं?
बस गलत नहीं भाई, गलत नहीं बोल, हम जरा भी नाराज नहीं है
भैया। तीसरे मई को
अब कह रहा था हमके ठीक बनाइए, जिनको भी बनाइए, हमको नहीं कोई इच्छा है। आप नहीं जानते, हम शुरू से बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन अब क्या कीजिए, कुछ से कुछ बोल देता है, लेकिन हम कहीं कुछ और नहीं बोलते सिवाय इसके कि तेजी से सिलेक्शन हो जाए और लोग आगे करें।
Right, so there you heard it. That was Sharad Pawar and also Nitish Kumar talking about the prime ministerial phase. And of course, ever since there has been this opposition that has come on a single stage, there have been a lot of pain points. And to discuss more on this, given the fact that this is very close to the elections, joining me on the broadcast are our guests now. R.S. Pathania joins us from the BJP, Dr. Pooja Tripathi is joining us from the Congress, Dr. Asha Mirge from the NCP, and Dr. Chandan Yadav joins us from the JDU. Welcome to you all, and of course this is a very important discussion given the fact that elections are very close by and the opposition camp still does not look very settled at this point. Ever since the opposition camp was announced, there have been very clear pain points in the opposition. One, the seat sharing, and second, the prime ministerial phase. And the opposition has so far met 4 times, but these two issues haven't been sorted yet. Now Sharad Pawar goes on and says that let's not have a name till the polls are over. I'll start with Dr. Asha Mirge from the NCP. Asha Mirge ji, Sharad Pawar is known as Chanakya. He's known to come out with strategies that baffle the opposition. But this time, his statement does not look like a strategy. Instead, it looks like an attempt by a senior leader to avoid any sort of a fighting, at least till the polls are over.
No. Your perception is wrong. Ideally, we are having too many faces of the...
Right, go ahead. Okay, we'll try connecting there with Dr. Asha Mirge ji, but the other person who's right now in focus is Nitish Kumar and Chandan Yadav. Dr. Chandan Yadav joins us from the JDU. Yadav ji, Nitish Kumar कह रहे हैं कि कोई मायूसी नहीं है, but he is one leader who has very vast administrative experience. वो काफी कुछ एक तरह से चीफ मिनिस्टरियल फेस भी रहे हैं. प्राइम मिनिस्टर के उनके एम्बिशंस की भी बात की गई है और एक तरह से देखा जाए तो ऑपोजिशन को साथ लाने में उनका इनिशिएटिव भी रहा है. और आपके खुद के पार्टी के नेताओं ने पटना में पोस्टर्स लगाए थे कि नीतीश कुमार को प्राइम मिनिस्टर बताया जाए. अभी नीतीश कुमार जी तो कह रहे हैं कि कोई मायूसी नहीं है, लेकिन आप जेडीयू की तरफ से क्या आपको मायूसी होगी अगर नीतीश कुमार को कंसीडर भी ना किया जाए प्राइम मिनिस्टरियल पोस्ट के लिए?
देखिए आशीष जी, जो आप कह रहे हैं इसमें हम आपको क्लियर कर देना चाहते हैं कि जो ये गठबंधन बना है पूरे देश में, इसके सूत्रधार बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय श्री नीतीश कुमार जी रहे हैं, इससे तो कोई दूराय नहीं है। लेकिन उन्होंने शुरुआती दिनों से ही कहा है कि उनकी कोई अपेक्षाएं नहीं है कि वो किस दिशा में ये गठबंधन बढ़ेगा, इसके प्राइम मिनिस्टर के कैंडिडेट कौन होंगे। लेकिन चूंकि जनता दल यू के नाते और एक बिहारी होने के नाते जो हमारे नेता की एक कैपेसिटी है, जो उनका एक फिगर है, बिल्कुल बिहार का एक बच्चा चाहता है कि बिहार के लोकप्रिय जो मुख्यमंत्री हैं वो प्रधानमंत्री बने। लेकिन ये दूसरी बात है, सबसे पहले हमारे नेता ने कहा है, आदरणीय नेता नीतीश कुमार जी ने स्पष्ट रूप से कहा है कि कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कहीं कोई मायूसी नहीं है, गठबंधन में जो चीजें होनी चाहिए वो जल्दी हो, सीट शेयरिंग जल्दी हो, सभी जो भी पार्टियां हैं इसमें जुड़ी हुई है, और प्राइमरी हम लोग का जो एजेंडा है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को किस प्रकार से रोकना है। क्योंकि देश में जिस प्रकार से लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो रही है, बेरोजगारी चरम सीमा पर है, और आप देख रहे हैं कि किस प्रकार से सांसदों को निलंबित किया जा रहा है संसद भवन में सवाल पूछने पर। ये काफी दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और इतिहास में इस प्रकार की घटना पहली बार हो रही है। ठीक है, नंबर्स है, अभी बहुमत है उनके पास, वो जिस प्रकार से तानाशाही चलाना चाहते हैं वो चला लें, लेकिन 2024 हमने जैसा कि पहले कहा कि मेरी प्राइमरी हम लोगों की जो I.N.D.A गठबंधन है उसका प्राइमरी मोटो है भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिस प्रकार से लोकतंत्र को कुचल रही है उसको सत्ता से बेदखल करना और आम आवाम की सरकार को स्थापित करना।
जी यादव जी, आप तो कह रहे हैं कि बिहार का बच्चा चाहता है कि नीतीश कुमार जी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने, जेडीयू के सारे नेता चाहते हैं कि नीतीश कुमार जी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने। ऑफ कोर्स द डिसीजन जो है जो कि लिया जाएगा सबके सहमति के साथ, लेकिन आप इस फैक्ट को कैसे देखते हैं कि नीतीश कुमार जी को आप बता रहे हैं कि उन्होंने इनिशिएटिव लिया, उन्होंने सारे ओपोजिशन को साथ में लाया, बट फैक्ट ऑफ द मैटर इज नीतीश कुमार को कंसिडर तक नहीं किया जा रहा है एट दिस पॉइंट।
नहीं, आप इसको देख लीजिए ना कि कंसीडर करने का कहां सवाल है। मीटिंग में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी जा रहे हैं, एक अच्छे वातावरण में, एक अच्छे इन्वायरमेंट में मीटिंग हो रही है, जो चीजें निकल के आ रही है मीटिंग से वो आप लोगों को ब्रीफ किया जा रहा है। लेकिन देखिए, मीडिया का जो एजेंडा है उस पर हम लोग काम नहीं करते हैं। ये I.N.D.A का एजेंडा है, उस पर हम लोग काम करते हैं। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने स्पष्ट रूप से कल ही कहा है कि कहीं कोई नाराजगी नहीं है, लेकिन आप चारों तरफ मीडिया में देख रहे होंगे कि ये चल रहा है कि नीतीश कुमार जी नाराज हैं। किससे उन्होंने कहा कि वो नाराज हैं? वो तो चाहते हैं, इसके सूत्रधार रहे हैं, I.N.D.A के सूत्रधार हैं, उन्होंने इसको एक रूपरेखा तय किया है, उसको बनाने में जो इस चीज को सींचने का काम कर रहे हैं, उनका बस आशीष जी यही मोटो है कि जो चीजें हैं वो जल्दी हो और एक अच्छे वातावरण में हो।
ठीक है, ओके यादव जी, आपका पॉइंट मैं कंसिडर करता हूं। लेट मी टेक दिस पॉइंट अक्रॉस टू द कांग्रेस नाउ ऑन ग्राउंड द कांग्रेस वांट्स टू प्रोजेक्ट Rahul Gandhi as the PM's challenger. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, this question is to you. Rahul Gandhi is being projected as Modi's challenger. Ashok Gehlot has said it on record, Kamal Nath has said it on record, but now in the India party meeting your own allies are demanding that Kharge should be made the PM face. How are you going to tackle this?
I think, Ashish, we should remember that what we are fighting against. We are fighting against the divisive politics of BJP. We are fighting against the centralization of power, the absolute narcissism that's happening at the central level. I have this poster, if you can show it too. This is the BJP Karnataka poster, which showed the Prime Minister Modi taking along Shri Ram for the Pradeshthan of Prime Minister Modi is a bigger structure than Shri Ram. Shri Ram is smaller, Prime Minister Modi is bigger. I think this, the whole narcissism, the whole
Tripathi ji, the question is not about Modi. I'm asking you the question again. Because again the point gets drifted towards Modi. Let's not talk about Modi. Let's talk about Rahul Gandhi. Let's talk about Kharge and how Congress is going to deal with this.
Ashish, just give me without interrupting 2 minutes to answer. What we are fighting against.
Right.
Prime Minister Modi ji, when he inaugurated the new parliament, he quoted Vedas. He said, "Samvicham sabrata rutba bancham vadate." That means there should be differences of opinion, but the intention should be clear. What we have seen in the recent 16th Lok Sabha, highest MPs have been suspended, close to 150, 10 bills and very major bills, telecommunication bill, the criminal procedures bill, they have been passed without being referred to the committees. The bills that have been referred to committees have reduced from 71% to 16% in this Lok Sabha. The Business Advisory Committee have been given the business of the day during the supplementary agenda. I think what we are looking at suspension and bulldozing. And this ek akela is what we are fighting against. This is a parliamentary democracy. PM is primus inter pares. He's one among the equals. But look at now. Municipal elections would be fought in Modi ji's name. State elections would be fought in Modi ji's name. Lok Sabha elections would be fought in Modi ji's name. I think that's where we need to fight this centralization. And that's, I agree with Sharad Pawar ji when he said that there is no PM face. Every leader is equal in India bloc. Every leader has its own purview of, authority. Look at Mamata Banerjee.
But
She has an
Tripathi
authority
ji,
in West Bengal.
every
Look at
leader is
Nitish.
equal in India, but there has to be the Congress and the opposition will come to a point where they'll have to elect one neta. Like after the elections, let's assume you win the elections, you will still have to decide one leader. And this philosophy, of course, is not going to work then.
Because in a parliamentary democracy, PM
Right, okay.
primus inter pares is one among the equal. The MPs will decide who will be the prime minister. Just going on in the face, this face of, ek akela has destroyed the democracy. We look at the state. They have not only destroyed the federalism, they have destroyed the economic federalism too. Today morning, I was reading that the central government has collected cess amount akin to 96,000 crore rupees while just taking off their GST payments. This is just eroding what federal central state structure is. That's where when
All right.
Prime Minister
All right.
Modi ji held
I'll take this point across to the BJP now. I see R.S. Pathania ji there smiling also. The BJP, of course, had been saying this all along that this alliance is bound to flop, and the two pain points that the BJP was also talking about, which could bring about disagreements, were the seat sharing and the prime ministerial face. And R.S. Pathania ji, being from the BJP, you must be very happy right now, given the fact that both of these crucial issues in the opposition continue to be the major issues, even with the polls coming in, and there seems to be no solution in sight.
Absolutely, Ashish ji. Thanks, Ashish ji. And first of all, a very good afternoon to all my fellow panelists and all the viewers directly viewing this show. Ashish ji, this alliance I.N.D.I.A, it is just a house of confusions. It lacks, irrespective of leader.
Okay.
That's one essential part. Irrespective of seat sharing, with people of India have been anxiously waiting for, those who want to vote for and those who don't want to vote for. They have been anxiously waiting. How will they share the seats? But in addition to that, any political formation, any pan-India political formation, it needs to have a manifesto. It needs to have a common minimum program on what is their ideology. How will they plan to propel India?
Okay.
How will they bring India? India is planning to become world's number 3 economy. We plan to make India Viksit by 2047. So what will be the strategic, economic, diplomatic, foreign affairs policy of the government? But they are badly missing on 2 points. First of all, seat sharing, and second is announcement of the leader. And you see the confusion of Congress also. The Congress spokesperson itself is happy that one of the constituents of I.N.D.I.A has contradicted that Congress president should not be the prime minister candidate. There's confusion within Congress also. So the point remains that
Pathania ji, do you think this will pay into the BJP's hand? That was my question. Do you think this will help the BJP, given the fact that while such crucial discussions are not fought over until the elections are over, the opposition will continue to look like a united house? And do you think that will of course harm the BJP's chances?
Ashish, with Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji at the center stage, the entire dimension and the entire definition of politics in India has been redefined now. So Bharatiya Janata Party has tried to and is innovative and succeeded to many extent to become the party of the people, for the people, by the people. It's a party of the Dalits. It's a party of the youth. It's a party meant for serving the cause of the women, the SCs, the STs, and first of all...
All right. Pathania ji, I'll take that point. Your focus is Narendra Modi in the assembly elections, in the Lok Sabha elections, everywhere. For the BJP, it's Narendra Modi, and that is your winning factor. I'll take this point across to Asha Mirge ji, who joins us back from the NCP. Asha Mirge ji, I had started the discussion with you, but we could not connect. But I'll repeat my question again. Now, Sharad Pawar ji is known as the Chanakya. He comes out with moves that baffle the opposition. But this time, it looks like Sharad Pawar ji's statement is more of trying to make sure that there is no fighting in the opposition instead of a clear-cut strategy. Because again, like we're seeing, there is no clarity in the opposition. Everyone has their own prime ministerial face. And at the end of the day, a senior leader like Sharad Pawar has to do what he does best, that is avoid a fight in the opposition camp.
See, I again say, there is no confusion in the minds of the India people. There is a confusion in the minds of the media and the opposition. Our honorable panelist, Pathania, said, now the democracy of India is redefined. Yes, very true. Now the democracy of India is turning towards the dictatorship. What you will say? There are no liable candidates of the PM face in BJP? Who is Gadkari then? Who is Devendra Fadnavis then? Who is Amit Shah then? There are too many faces. We believe in democracy. We believe in decentralization of the power. And we believe in the work than the only respect. See, as we believe in decentralization, what my panelist says, Congressman, there are too many faces. After the elections, our honorable elected MPs will decide who is their leader. That is not the job of the media and the opposition. First thing. Second thing, and the most important thing, the voters, they believe in democracy, will definitely vote for this alliance. The voters, they believe in Tanashahi, means now in Maharashtra, all over India, Shahid, one Rath is moving. Modi Sarkar. How come? This is central government, not the Modi government. But as they are not having any faith and they are having dictatorship, that is a Modi Sarkar. We say it is central Sarkar. It is central government. And last but not the least, whatsoever is going on, my honorable panelist of Congress said, first we want to kick out this Hitlership and this danger democracy. The democracy of the India is in danger. You can see this suspension of the MPs. In history, first time 141 MPs are suspended. What is that? That is Hitler Shahi. They are kicked out without that much cost. Tell the cause. They were talking, what they were saying? They were talking about the farmers' onion price, and they were talking about the safety of the Parliament. They were not talking.
Ashaji, your point here is that you just want to kick out the Modi Sarkar and your focus is that and not on selecting the Prime Minister. I got your point there. I'll take this straight across to Pathania ji from the BJP. Pathania ji, how do you respond to that? This is the opposition now stating that their focus is not on the prime ministerial phase. Their focus is on the agenda of the people. And also the other important point that Ashaji made there was the fact that while in the opposition, multiple leaders have a say as to who wants to be the prime minister. That is not the case in the BJP, where even if there are other prime ministerial ambitions, they will all be suppressed because Modi is the de facto clear-cut choice in the BJP and nobody else has a say. This is what the opposition is saying. How do you respond to that?
Ashish ji, one thing which baffles me and which I fail to understand, why do they hate us too much? And why do they hate Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji too much? The people of India has voted for us again and again. And my point remains, but for the fear of being wiped down again, and just for the hatred against Bharatiya Janata Party and Modi, this is the only two glues which bind all these political parties, which they call themselves as, but people call themselves as the Ghamandiya Alliance. They don't have anything to offer to the people of India. We have something, and we have everything to offer to the people of India. We want to resurrect the historic past. We want to utilize the bright present, and we have a very, very resilient, resurgent future for India. I said just a fear of being wiped down and hatred for Bharatiya Janata Party and Modi. We've been elected by the people. Why do you hate the people? The people vote us. Once you win in Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh, UK,
but Pathania ji, their frustration is understandable given the fact that the opposition MPs, over 140 opposition MPs have been thrown out of the parliament. There have been ED and CBI raids on multiple opposition leaders. So the hate is, of course, in a way understandable. But again, at the end of the day, the question that comes from Asha Mirge ji is the fact that while in the opposition, other leaders have a say as to who wants to be the prime minister. In the BJP, there is no democracy. Prime Minister Modi is going to be the next face as well. This is what the allegation from the opposition is.
Ashish, that's not the case. Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji is the most popular leader, not only of Bharatiya Janata Party or India, of the entire world. he stands tall on the political firmament of the country. All the cadres of the Bharatiya Janata Party, including the elected Lok Sabha members, they have their full confidence in the Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji. But that's not the case. That nobody can stake a claim of being the Prime Minister or Chief Minister or any leader of any particular state or even the central leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party. That's not the case. That's absolutely not the case. But you see it on the otherwise also. The towering personality, his charismatic effect on the political landscape of the country, and first of all, his enthusiasm with the people of India, the party cadres of Bharatiya Janata Party. So he stands tall. Virtually, he's the leader. That's not like that we have developed a sort of dictatorship, but they are trying to paint it out. And we don't want to allow anything. And I want to put a counter question to the
So
Congress.
Patania ji, I understand your point. Your point
why do you
is
object?
that
Why do you object?
Prime Minister Modi is the choice. He is the first choice, given the fact that naturally and electorally he is the tallest leader in the BJP. Now that's your point. I got your point. I'll talk to Dr. Chandan Yadav now, who's joining us from the JDU. Chandan Yadav ji, एक तरह से देखा जाए तो Congress was the leading face of the opposition, and we also saw there being a lot of problems in the opposition. एक तरफ से अखिलेश यादव बोल रहे थे कि कांग्रेस जो है बहुत ही एक तरह से घमंड है कांग्रेस को अपने आप पे असेंबली इलेक्शंस में अपने पोटेंशियल पे, एंड we saw that 3 assembly elections the Congress lost, which they were hoping to win. So do you think now this sort of gives a leverage to the regional parties to wrestle out a few more seats in the local bodies? Because in Bihar, of course, the Congress is going to have its own ambitions. The JDU is going to have its own ambitions. So how are you going to decide on the seat sharing formula, given the fact that the election is right around the corner and there is still no seat sharing formula?
नहीं, देखिए यहाँ कहीं कोई सीट शेयरिंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। कांग्रेस जो है वो बड़ी पार्टी, इससे कौन इनकार कर सकता है। लेकिन सीट शेयरिंग के सवाल पर और प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैंडिडेट के सवाल पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी क्यों चिंतित है, हमको ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। वो जिस प्रकार से अभी पठानिया जी कह रहे थे कि यहाँ अलायंस में बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम है, इसको सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए हम सभी लोग लगे हुए हैं और हमारे यहाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है और उनको प्रॉब्लम दिख रहा है। और सीट शेयरिंग में स्वाभाविक बात है, कांग्रेस एक बड़ी पार्टी है, उनका राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर संगठन है, इससे कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। कांग्रेस ने भी अपना बड़ा दिल दिखाया है सभी क्षेत्रीय पार्टियों को लेकर के, और उन्होंने एक अच्छे वातावरण में सब मीटिंग शुरू हुई है। अभी एनसीपी के बड़े नेता शरद पवार जी ने कहा है, और उन्होंने जो कहा वो एक बड़े नेता है, बहुत सोच समझ के उन्होंने कहा होगा। इन सारी विषयों को हम लोग आपस में तय कर लेंगे और बहुत जल्द, जैसा कि अभी मीटिंग के बाद ये तय हो गया कि 3 वीक के अंदर ही सीट शेयरिंग का सारा फॉर्मूला जो है वो तय कर लिया जाएगा। और कांग्रेस इसमें कहीं, कांग्रेस और क्षेत्रीय पार्टियों के बीच कहीं कोई समस्या नहीं है। ये बस भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपना सोच ले कि उनके प्रधानमंत्री के अलावा कोई चेहरा उनको दिख नहीं रहा है। हम लोगों के पास चेहरे की कोई कमी नहीं है और हम लोग इलेक्शन में विश्वास करते हैं। और अभी कह रहे थे पठानिया जी कि हम लोगों को मोदी जी से प्रॉब्लम है। किस लिए मोदी जी से प्रॉब्लम होगा? जनता ने मोदी जी को वोट दिया था विकास के नाम पर, इसलिए नहीं दिया था कि सांसदों को वहां से उठा करके फेंक दिया जाना चाहिए। पठानिया जी क्या ये जवाब दे पाइएगा कि जो वहां से एमपी बाहर कर दिए गए संसद भवन से, वो किसके वोट से जीत के गए थे? वो भी तो भारतीय लोगों के वोट।
Patania ji, I want you to respond to Dr. Chandan Yadav there. Patania ji, I want you to come in there and respond to Dr. Chandan Yadav. Very serious allegations against the BJP and the Prime Minister by Dr. Chandan Yadav.
I'm thankful to Yadav ji. He has put up a very important point. Sir, the point remains that whether these member parliaments have been
आप ये बताइए पठानिया जी हमको कि वो एमपी किसके वोट से जीते गए?
Okay, one second, RS Patania, 1 second. Dr. Yadav has a question for you there. Dr. Yadav जी, आप पूछिए, क्वेश्चन पूछिए अपना।
प्लीज
आशीष जी, दूसरा सवाल ये है हमारा कि वो हमको ये बताएं कि जो नेता भारतीय जनता पार्टी में चले जाते हैं वो क्लीन चिट हो जाते हैं, उनका सारा दाग धुल जाता है उनको।
कौन से वॉशिंग मशीन से धुलाए जाते हैं
उनके पास?
ठीक है डॉक्टर चंदन यादव जी, 2 सवाल अभी के लिए, 2 सवाल काफी है। आरएस पठानिया जी, आई वांट यू टू कम इन एंड रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट। 2 very serious allegations there by the JDU against the Prime Minister and against the BJP. Respond to that.
Sir, first of all, let me respond about the parliamentary impasse. So India is a tail ender with regard to the parliamentary procedures. In UK, we have an annual calendar of 100 to 110 to 150 sittings per year. In India, in US also,
Okay.
and in Scotland Yard also, and France also, we have a bigger number of sittings. But India, we have a checkered case of parliaments being suspending, thrown out of gear, protests and all that. This is not at all absolutely unparliamentary. This is barred by the constitution. This is barred by the House rules of procedures also. So in 2001, there is already Speaker's Conference, which makes it mandatory for the Parliament for sit for at almost 110 days. So my respectful submission, irrespective of not to score browning points on the issue, please sit, sir, to expose. Let me be very frank and forthright. To expose, to depose, and to oppose is the fundamental right of the opposition. But there's a Lakshman Rekha for it. You need to follow that Lakshman Rekha. This is no way you go into the well. You go to the well. You go with placards. You make sloganeering and you make mimicry of the Vice President of India, who's the presiding officer of the House. Is this a parliamentary? Is this a parliamentary practice?
Okay.
Is this a way to conduct?
So those are the allegations that are coming in from you now. That is the response you're giving to Dr. Chandan Yadav. I'll want Dr. Pooja Tripathi to come in there. Dr. Tripathi ji, R.S. Patania was talking about a Lakshman Rekha with the opposition crossed. Do you think there was a Lakshman Rekha that was crossed, or do you think the opposition was just raising its voice? But the fact of the matter is the opposition did step into the well of the House and did create a lot of ruckus. How do you respond to Patania there?
I want to respond to him saying, where was these BJP legislator, Jaitley ji, Sushma Swaraj ji, 2 sessions of parliament were washed out when 2G allegations were covered, 2 sessions, and not even one MP was suspended. This thing of suspension, bulldozing, and not referring to committees, just passing the bills by voice vote, this is akin to the murder of democracy. Opposition is the duty of the government to let the parliament function, and it's duty of the opposition. What was opposition demanding? Opposition was demanding that Home Minister and Prime Minister should come and give a statement on the serious breach of parliament security that happened on 13th December. Nothing. Parliament and Home Minister will say about this in a private media conclave, but the House they are responsible to, the people they are responsible. Why don't they come and make a statement? In 2001, Prime Minister on 13 December gave a statement at midnight on the parliament security, and 4 days after, when parliament reopened, Home Minister L.K. Advani ji gave a statement. What is different than in 2001 and this now? What was the opposition demanding? Was it demanding the increase in allowances? What is it demanding? It was demanding accountability. It was demanding that Prime Minister and Home Minister should assure this country that this most secure.
All right, Dr. Pooja Tripathi ji, we just have 30 seconds on the broadcast. So whatever point you're making, whatever response you're giving to Patania ji, in 30 seconds, please.
The irony was one MP was not even in Delhi when he was suspended. A DMK MP was not even in Delhi when he was suspended.